With your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
So I close this.
Okay. Well, we're live.
We're live, baby. We are live.
Hi, folks.
Looks good.
The sound looks good?
Yep.
Ooh, I like that.
Surprise.
Saturday morning surprise.
Hey,
Good
You know
morning, Gloucester's Saturday
Live.
edition.
folks, you did not lose your day. It's
I
Saturday.
know. Probably a lot of people are very confused.
Yeah,
right
they're
now.
very confused, going, wait, what?
I got it. All
Wait,
right.
what?
I guess this is going to be the new norm. The new norm is me like being 20 minutes late or 15 to 20 seconds late to
Because of all the extra rigmarole.
the rigmarole.
The upgrade.
Well, we are live streaming on Instagram. Did you get a notification?
Let's see.
Let's see what your notification just said.
Of course, now it's
You
like
trust
doesn't
looking at
recognize
his
my
phone?
face.
I know I'm scared. Maybe I should.
Yeah,
check.
we're
Maybe I-
live on
maybe-
Instagram.
We're live on
That
Instagram.
Wow.
Technology.
See that?
All that extra work paid off.
Good morning, Gloucester. It's GloucesterCast Boeing 747 today,
Oh,
Saturday, September 14th, also known as the Royal Wedding Day.
yes, I was going to say.
Really?
I was going to
Royal
say.
Wedding,
Royal
yeah,
Wedding
TJ
Day.
and Sarah.
Oh, yeah. Big wedding day
Big,
today.
big.
Big.
Also, the girl from the Cove. Jeez, why did I just blank on her
Did
name?
you say Alicia?
Alicia Clayton
Yeah.
and Alex getting married today. There's two big, high-profile, super awesome couples getting married at the same exact. That's a lot of, and the gods were looking out for them because you couldn't ask for a better day.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Gorgeous
It's a
weekend.
Tough weekend for a lot of. I heard that there are 6 weddings
Oh my
taking
God.
place. Like, so my other friends, Sadie Burnham and Reed Parkhurst, are getting married today. They live in Gloucester. They're getting married at the Legion in Manchester. Like, bummed to miss that one, but excited for Sarah and TJ's. It's going to be a
That's great.
beautiful day down on the
Beautiful day.
on the
Epic.
pier.
Epic day. All right, let me see if I can get
And
this. Oh, look, it did show up, Jimmy. See what I told you when we went live? Now I get the comments.
all right, so
So now we know. Down in the left-hand corner, there's a little tab
Right.
to click. Good morning, Robert and Annette Spanks, the swingers from the most highly STD-infested community in the United States at the Villages. My mom, Pat. Good morning, my mom,
Hi,
Pat.
Ma.
She's been away. She's been on a world tour lately. Carol Lupian, Ryan Hull. Want a live update from the bridge? It's up. It's up. Big surprise. Kathy Barlow watching on YouTube this morning. Most people view, we can tell on Facebook, but we have Kathy watching on YouTube.
I've never noticed that before.
Yeah. So we live stream to 5 different channels. We
Yeah.
pay for this service, and we live stream to 5 different channels at the
that's
same
what
time.
takes you so long to click everything. You've got to open
Yeah.
up things and
We're populating different.
populating. Ooh.
Phil and Lynn Scannell. Good morning. Perfect day
And-
again.
What also is a special day? Watch the screen. Show 'em, honey.
Oh yeah, it's Pat's Puffin
Oh,
Emporium.
Puffin shirt. Look at that.
Those are her pictures.
Those are my pictures.
I-
My
yeah.
Puffin pictures on the Puffin shirt.
Pat's
There's a new Puffin in the house.
Is that going to be available for sale?
There's a new Puffin at the Emporium.
Pat's Puffin Emporium. Can't get enough.
So D Noble made me a shirt and a bucket hat for Jamie that has Hazel's face on it, like a Hawaiian shirt like that. I wonder if you guys use the same company.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Now,
One of those
said
companies.
it was 747.
Podcast for 747. Yeah.
So I'm going to date myself. Fly Me. Remember that commercial? With
Fly
the
Me?
planes? Yeah. I think it was Eastern Airlines or TWA. Hi, I think it was like a stewardess would come out and she would be in the outfit. And she would say, "Fly me, 747 planes.
No, I don't.
Come and
Remember,
fly me."
I don't remember that. I was
Oh,
probably-
come on,
That
guys,
was during
stick
the
up for me.
that was during the
Stick
That
Stick
was
up for
during
me.
the Mad Men. Mad Men.
Stick up for me,
I
folks.
think TWA went out of business when I was 3.
They were. Don Draper was
Oh,
ripping
boy,
butts,
that's hard.
banging secretaries, and
Yeah.
doing and drinking whiskey neat behind his desk when they came up with that
Fine.
one.
That's strike one, Chris.
I used to like me.
Okay. Strike one.
There you go. Oh, so Kathy Barlow says YouTube was the first notification, and that's why. Listen, I don't care where you watch it as long as you watch it. I'm really happy about that. So
But it is interesting to know. Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, so having the notifications enabled lets you know, because we're here on a Saturday, which we normally aren't on a Saturday. You're normally on a Sunday morning. Remember, Pat, 2 puffins and a pass to the left.
Thank
Good
you, Ryan.
advice from Ryan.
Thank you,
Very
Ryan,
good advice.
yeah.
Oh, is that like a
Yeah.
weed reference?
Yeah. He said he's puffing too.
Oh, there you go. Grace Miss Series Gold, good morning to you as well. Paulo Ryan O'Brien, one of our favorite longtime listeners, and a shenanigan partaker.
Shenanigan particular.
We will be immediately following this, as long as it takes us to set up. We're going to have a pop-up at the Wharf here at 95 East Main Street. We're going to set up right on the street.
Yep.
And Cripple Cove Studios has been setting up in their parking lot with it. So we're going to have like a dual kind of good thing, good vibe, good mojo East Gloucester thing going on. The art up there has really been cool. And it's just nice to have other kind of cool
Hey,
stuff
Donna.
happening on.
Donna.
Thank you, Mama Pat.
Hey, Donna.
No, I'm
Oh,
looking
okay.
for content here, stuff that I
Oh,
want to
okay.
talk about.
Oh, sure.
So
Yeah,
That's what Donna says,
I
too.
know.
my mom says Pat D. She went to visit her friends in Kingston, and she brought nightlights that she
Mhm.
purchased at Pat's Puffin Emporium,
Mm-hmm.
and they were a big hit, huge
They
hit,
were.
big,
Yep.
big. So,
Thank you, Pat.
so there's that going for us. Next Sunday, there's a craft show at the Elks. Pat, you're going to be participating?
Yes, and Donna will be there. Donna Artizzoni. I'm pretty
turn
sure
that
Kid
camera
Van
on our
Seasalt
face,
will be
it'll
there.
focus
Where is
more.
it? It's right here. Thank you.
Perfect. We took the graphic.
It's outside, although if there's a rain problem, they're going to move it inside. So rain or shine, they're holding it.
In the past, those craft fairs at the Elks are super well attended, and
Yeah, they
have,
are.
and they have a lot of great purveyors.
A lot of good vendors.
Yeah, vendors.
There was a spring one, right? Didn't I see you guys at
well,
a
they have a
spring
holiday
They
one?
had a
one.
spring one, yeah.
Yeah.
But they have a
And there's a
holiday.
Christmas one coming up in
Okay.
December.
So get
That's
that
a
go
sip
for
and
us.
shop.
Yeah, I
that's
remember
Very popular.
I went to the last one because you were going to be there, and I think we all went. I was shocked. Like, it's chock full of vendors. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
vendors
Yeah,
there.
they do a good job putting it together.
And
TV
people
does
buy
a great
stuff at
job.
those things.
Yeah.
That's at the Elks next week, Ma. What's the date?
Next Sunday.
Sorry, Mother knows.
So instead of the podcast, we'll be at the Elks on Sunday.
What's that?
What's that? Come again?
Just as a reminder.
You heard it here live, folks.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
No, the Elks are Sunday the 22nd, Pat.
Well, maybe we should do another Saturday podcast then.
Something's the 21st.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the Brewfest
I thought that was today.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh,
So
man.
there's that. All right.
I don't know. Third
Yeah.
base.
21st is also the
I don't know, third
the
base.
Mike Rogers
Oh, yeah.
blowout.
Extravaganza at the Hales house.
Yeah.
Totally took over.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be an afternoon thing. Now I hear that there's a food truck coming at 9:30 at night.
Yep.
So I guess the Hales, they're gonna be up like it's gonna be a bender. It's gonna be one of the, remember that movie X where they had the big party in Southern California.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
everything that could happen
Yeah.
like went crazy.
Well, Donna texted me. She said, because I helped her get the band, and they've got Annie playing.
Any bros?
Yeah, full band show
At
at the birthday party.
oh wow.
So have Annie playing, and when we set it up, it was like I forget what we said, like 6 to 9 or something like that. And she texted me this week and said, "I want the band to play like till 11." Like, oh, well, we're changing the whole. It's like a Tiesto show now at the Garden. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's gonna be
amazing.
big.
It's gonna be amazing.
If you don't know Mike Rogers, this is your week. Try to become friends with him this week because it's gonna be The party.
Donna Rogers is so funny because, like, talking about having the boat over at the marina and stuff like that. She's like pinching pennies, like won't let Mike have the boat in the water, and stuff like that. But then, like, out of nowhere, like the renovation to the house, the $150,000 renovation comes out of nowhere, and like the band is going all night long.
They're very strategic, and
so there's that. Yeah, no, that's what it is.
But I'm excited for that. That's going to be a fun party.
I'm excited for today as well. At I think 2:00, Boston College Eagles, rated 23 in the country, are taking on number 10 Mizzou.
Yeah.
I had no idea Missouri had such a strong program. Missouri scored 59 points in their last 2 games.
Oh wow!
So they have their work cut out for them. But if BC pulls off a win today, they're big time underdogs. It would be an enormous statement game for the program.
Yeah.
Enormous statement game. There's that.
Do you
Kim
think
Lufkin Williams.
Will Donna be wearing her hat?
Donna is never taking the hat off again. We don't have the video.
It's too bad. Donna
I
was
can play
interviewed.
I'm going to
right?
play it off my phone because it's too good to.
Was
not
that
play.
off of what was that? Was that on Instagram?
It was an Instagram. Yeah.
Donna Rogers, our own Barbara Walters here at Good Morning Gloucester, was recognized for her Boston College cowboy hat, custom made.
Yep. Here it is, right here. This is Donna Rogers, and you have to pay attention to the look in her eyes when she's talking to the picture. This
The look in her eyes.
Really, it was so much.
A lot of murmurs flying around the tailgate. You got the best hat of the day. Lots of people like my hat. I have to give a shout out to my father's friend who gave it to me. Awesome. It's a custom hat. It's spectacular. Thank you so much.
So good.
So
I love it so much.
I'm gonna play it one more time. I really want you to pay attention. When she's talking to her husband Mike, that eye rolls galore. Like he can't say anything right. And then I want you to. It's like one of those. So it's the picture of me at my wedding day with my wife, and she's got the Vunja on her face.
Yeah.
And then the picture of her with
The celebrity.
some celebrity. She's like fucking ready
Yeah.
to jump his bones. Okay, here we go. One more time for Donna.
There's a lot of murmurs flying around the tailgate. You got the best hat of the day. Lots of people like my hat. I have to give a shout out to my father's friend who gave it to me. Awesome. It's a custom hat. It's spectacular. Thank you so much.
Shut
A
up.
lot of murmurs flying
She
around
was
the tailgate.
ready. Listen, Donna was ready to risk it all. She was ready to risk it all.
And she gave a shout out to my father's friend. It's very, very specific.
I thought there was a bar that she was talking about it. I wasn't sure.
Well, God bless Donna Rogers. Listen, Donna Rogers, when she is on, is one of the most entertaining people on the fucking planet.
The two of them.
Yeah,
Like, they are.
and Mike. Yeah,
They are actually probably, since aside from when I first started doing this with you guys, like probably my 2 favorite people that
oh my
I
God.
met through the podcast.
Oh,
And
they're
they
just
came around a little bit
fucking amazing.
after.
Pauline Bresnahan with us. Congratulations in 25 years in business, Pauline.
Yeah.
Barbara Murch, Annie Rochon, Steve Conti birthday is Saturday, 9/21. Another birthday boy.
All right.
By the way, Steve Conti will be. We had a window. Windows in our house are like the original windows of our house, and they were literally disintegrating. And we had these really poorly made. What are the windows that you put in? Winter windows.
Storm
storm
windows.
windows.
Storm windows. Yeah.
They would click in, and you'd put them up in the attic, and fucking total pain in the ass to take them up.
Yeah.
And the outside windows were single pane. So my boy Steve Conti came over, fucking measured everything, and like in 4 or 5 weeks, we're gonna have new windows at the house and sliders, which I'm really, really excited about. And he gave us a very competitive price, and from what everybody tells me, they do tremendous workmanship.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to do a before and an after series with Steve Conti because I want to. If he does a good job, we're going to fucking blow his window business up. Because I'm going to tell you, I got prices from some other people, and I almost fucking shit myself. So I'm really happy about this.
We're going to be doing the Magtoberfest again, the car show, and that is October 13th. It's a Sunday, and Steve brings a car, and we were talking a little while ago. He might even bring his motorcycle, that prize-winning
Oh yeah.
motorcycle he put together.
The
And
old
stuff.
Boston Police.
That'd be great. So it's going to be there.
So we have two prizes today. If you share the podcast and type shared, we're going to go to Pat for the first
Pat's
one.
laughing. Why, Pat?
I'm laughing because I've been banned from
Yeah,
describing the other prize that Joey has. But
look at this.
this prize is fine. This is a
T-shirt. Vintage.
Jimmy's old
large
T-shirt.
size maritime Gloucester T-shirt.
It's
got a pocket.
It's got a pocket. So
I
all you
love
cigarette smokers.
Yeah.
That's if.
What else can you put in the pocket?
Oh, that's what.
Okay.
That's what Pat keeps her weed. Pat keeps her dime bag in the pocket.
Yeah.
That's and we also have this if you're not, this is I want to know who is going to appreciate this. We have a bunch of cards.
I want to know too.
We have a bunch of cards. I'm gonna say these names and you tell me if these cards and the whole packet of cards go together. Rich Camarillo, old school Patriot. Ronnie Lippett. Craig James, fullback. Fred Marion, receiver. Andre Tippett, linebacker. Legendary Patriots linebacker. Tony Collins, I don't remember him so much. Steve Nelson, linebacker. All these cards, if that's one of the prizes.
Is Tony Collins a kicker?
No, I don't think so. What did I say? Tony Collins. I don't remember Tony Collins. Tony Collins, running back.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember him.
These are like from old, like, can you scratch this? These were
I
like
don't
playing
know.
cards.
Yeah,
They
you
were
probably
like,
win a big bag.
you might be able to win. These look like they're pretty old.
And they have all the stats. So these guys, Steve Nelson played from 74 to 85 with the Patriots. Tony Collins had a shorter career, 81 to 85. I was in high school. So 85 was the year that they went to the Super Bowl, right? That was against the Chiefs. The
Bears.
The Giants.
No.
Oh.
No. 85, they played against the Bears. They got demolished. Remember the Bears?
They got smoked.
They got
The Bears.
destroyed.
Yeah.
William the Refrigerator Perry.
Yeah.
Steve McMahon. Was it Steve
McMahon.
McMahon? Yeah, the quarterback with spiked hair.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was the bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Phil Scannell, Nelson from Fargo, North Dakota. Ryan Hull says, a dime bag in this economy? I don't know what that
The
means.
pocket, referencing what to put.
Oh, would a dime bag not fit in the pocket?
No, you can't get it. You can't
Yeah.
get $5 worth of weed anymore.
Right.
Oh, is that
It's
what a
just-
dime bag is?
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
that's a dime bag's $10 worth. I mean, you get a pre-roll maybe.
Well, there you go. That's what Pat keeps her pre-rolls. Linda Jerome Tupman's with us. Jeff Moulton.
I saw Linda at no, I did not. Never mind.
That was very abrupt.
Never mind.
Very abrupt. So there's that.
No, I did see Linda at Jeff Amero's for the Schooner Festival, which you guys missed. I was surprised. I thought I was going to see you there. And she said, "Oh, hey, good to see you. You're a lot shorter than I thought." Because I think see how my seat's like maybe a little bit higher.
Yeah.
So
adjust
you're a
these.
tall guy, so everybody thinks that I'm as tall as you, but I'm actually considerably shorter.
It's all smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors here at the podcast.
Joey makes me wear like the Tom Cruise platform shoes whenever I'm on the show.
Yeah, we have to be. Look, even Jimmy's a short guy, and he looks like my height. I'm down, you guys are up. Brewfest is tomorrow, Sunday at Stage 4. There's still tickets available. The lineup looks tremendous. Mike Forget, Soul Rebel Project, a lot of great bands. So if you haven't got your ticket,
What time's up?
I think it starts around noon, and it goes for a while. It's going to be great. And they have food truck, a lot of good
1
food.
o'clock.
1 o'clock. That sounds good.
Get there at noon if you want to get a good spot. Good morning, Jamie Matheson, Chris's
Jamie.
betrothed. No pressure on Chris's. Jamie's sister getting married today. No pressure at all. I don't feel any.
The great news is I don't feel
any tension.
I don't feel any pressure
any
whatsoever.
pressure. I don't feel any tension at all. None. Not at all.
No.
Is it awkward around her father with like knowing that the other sister got?
No,
It's
not
not
at all.
awkward around Timmy.
I'm like an employee now of Timmy. He just pimps out like he'll say, "Oh, you're gonna do sound for this guy who's gonna play at Jeff's house." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, just bring all your equipment. I'll help you out when you get it there." So now I'm officially employed by the Mathesons.
Oh, there you go. You got
I think all the Mathesons, really.
There you go. Blackware and Brewfest, though, really, really great thing. So we also have on the 19th sidewalk, the meetup, the downtown meetup.
Friday, the 20th?
It's not the 19th,
No, it's Thursday. 19th is Thursday.
is it? Well, we had a flyer for it. Pat will look it up, but it's a thing where you get a passport. Everybody, every one of the stores downtown that's participating donates a prize, and you get a passport. You go to every store. Once you get your stamp at each store, then there's a chance to win a tremendous amount of prizes.
Brewfest is next Sunday, not tomorrow.
Right, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought we said tomorrow. I was planning on going tomorrow.
Oh no,
I would have been upset.
No. It's next Sunday, right? Right, Pat.
Next Sunday.
Oh.
By the way, hello, Kim Lufkin.
Kim Lufkin
Very
Williams.
good.
She's suffering with a toothache or something. September 21st is the Brewfest, the same day as
The Rogers blowout.
as the Rogers blowout. So there's that. Congratulations to Fred Shrigley and the Rum Line for the Cape Ann Magazine cover story.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
have my
that was
copy
great.
yet.
Really,
That's a great
Everybody's
shot of
seen
Fred,
it.
too.
I have not seen it, but there he is,
Look
the
at
man,
him.
the myth, the legend. And we were talking about this the other day. You know, Fred Shrigley. Every time we do something at the Rum Line or everything, it brings up all these memories for so many people. Obviously, because he's been steadfast for decades. The Rum Line has been like the spot. I mean, we have the Cut now, obviously, and Minglewood does a really good job bringing local bands together. But no one in town has done it as long as the godfather of Gloucester music.
Which is why I love that they put next to his head "New Life for an Old Schooner."
Oh yeah, yeah. He
I'm
looks.
sure it's a different story, but
Fred looks, pretty spry there. He's got his Rum Line shirt on, and it's. I'm really happy that he was recognized.
yeah, me too.
And he was kind of downplaying it, with the death of David Brown. He said, it's kind of embarrassing to have this, because Dave Brown was such a big part of, played there so many times.
Yeah.
Which was classy of Fred at the same time. So
there's so many musicians want to play at the Rum Line. Like if they think about, we're going to be in Gloucester, like what's the place to play? And it's like there's such a tradition, I think, with music there 7 nights a week for so long that even, you could go rattle off the names of, famous band members that have come through, even when they used to have the open jam guy from the Cars or, the drummer from Guster or whatever that would come through the Rum Line and play there. And it's, it's just such a tradition that Fred built.
well, the people that it's also like community down there, because the people that go there to see the music are into the music. It's not just you know what I mean? They're not having dinner with their back turned to the band. They're like into it. It's really, really cool. So congratulations to Fred. Chris, you have a topic here. Jimmy's mustache.
Yeah, we've never really talked about Jimmy's mustache on the show, have we? Not at least not as long as I've been on. So I've seen some old photos. Jimmy, you've always had the mustache. Tell us.
Well, I was born with it.
That makes sense.
I promised my mother on her deathbed that I would keep her baby face, boy.
It's terrible. So the pictures from the 80s, he looks like a Magnum PI Junior.
Yeah.
He really does have the Magnum PI thing going on.
There was a photo, maybe it was I don't know if it was your wedding photo, but there was one that, remember there was an actor it's coming to mind for some reason. I'm going to look him up. I think it's like Tom Skerritt or something.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, not Tom Selleck.
Not Tom Skerritt.
Oh,
He's
boy.
older now.
Oh, he was in Top Gun.
It was a very Tom Skerritt sort of
Well, there
mustache,
you
like
you
and Jimmy.
Just
Tom,
like
Tom,
that.
Tom and Jimmy.
Two sex symbols.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Two.
You're the Magnum PI of Cape Ann.
Oh, by the way, speaking
I'd love to drive his car.
speaking of Jimmy Dalpiaz, another big win, 1-0 over Marblehead for his O'Malley
Wow.
field hockey team.
That was a really great team effort. Joey said the defense stepped up, and they most certainly did, because Marblehead is a very fine program, and they have a lot of good people sliding down those lanes, and we kind of picked it up. The girls have been working on it. Willow Manning was my goalie last night, and I'm telling you what, she made some super saves, kept us right in the game. And then there was, there's so many plays that people just picked up and just kept
Pat,
it
did you
going.
not go to the game?
No, I did not.
It's
I
No.
didn't.
Were you all gallivanting with Bill Wren?
Well, it was an away. I don't usually go to the away game.
Oh, okay.
And I was at the store.
Oh, you were at the store yesterday.
Mhm.
That's right. You sold that. You sold a hat.
Mhm.
Well, let me tell you something. I need to have the schedule so we can post it, so people can go down and see. And I would love to have some photos of the girls, because we really want to highlight, because this is the future of Gloucester field hockey. And I know you inherited a program that was kind of disjointed, really didn't know what was going on. You
No,
really turned
no.
these girls into something.
What happened was, I came in after COVID, and COVID really destroyed the younger programs, because they couldn't. They had all these rules on how they were going to play with certain masks. They even started changing the game of field hockey because of it. I was calling it COVID field hockey rules. It was unbelievable. So when they came in and they asked somebody to come in to start up the junior program, I just happened to be in the area. I love the sport. Brian
Brian
DR, and Lauren, they all saw me and said, "Hey, would you come and do all that stuff?" And I said, "Yeah, I would love to." So I just kind of brought it back together again. It was there, but it was all because of COVID, like anything else. It was way out there. It was
But
all,
not just anybody can just jump into these roles. Like your background as a teacher and as a band instructor, you know how to handle kids. Like I think as like an older male, whatever, like hard old male sports guy, like I would never be able to do what you do, because you've had, you know how to handle the kids, the egos, how frail they or fragile their things may be.
He's patient.
He's tremendous, and the kids love him. The parents every time I go to watch, the parents are coming up to him left and right. They love him. So that's a nice thing.
well, thank you. It's awfully kind, but the girls they're working hard, and they want to do it, and they're out there working hard. I get them in practice for 1 hour. 1 hour.
Yeah.
And I'm just doing what we can out there, and they want to do it. They're coming out, doing their work, and getting out. Most of these girls are flying out, playing other sports. Like
Yeah.
last night, we got off the bus from Marblehead. So you can imagine, it took me a little while to get through Salem. We just played a 1-0 game. Wow, were they tired. It was something. We got off the bus, and I saw many of my girls fly right into their car when Dad was handing them their next hockey stick,
Wow.
their next softball, their bats.
Yeah.
And I was watching them saying, they got to go. I mean, to me, that's dedication. And I've always felt, you're going to work for me, I'm going to work for you. And,
As a kid, I always thought people with mustaches looked more stern, and that you had to pay attention. Like you didn't know what the consequences would be if you didn't listen. Do you feel like your mustache makes you a better coach?
No, because I have to make sure it's clean, because the kids will remind me of something sticking in it.
Yeah,
Well,
I bet they love that.
Hey, the nose hairs are trimmed today. You got that going. So we're going to go to the EV portion of the podcast.
Oh, very nice.
Chris bought a Rivian. It's been over a week now.
Just over a week.
Just over a week.
It's been amazing.
Been amazing. And why don't you tell us some of the things that you thought have gone exactly the way you thought they were going to go, and maybe some of the things that aren't the way they could go.
No, I think it's exceeded my expectations. Like as I think I said in a previous podcast, like I've been thinking about going electric for years. Considered electric, considered hybrid. Finally, spent the last several months doing some research. Wish it was this whole thing that Warren's got going for us. I wish that happened a little sooner, because that. There's a lot of learnings that you take from driving all those cars, and there are some that he's having you drive that I didn't get to drive. But I love the car. Best car I've ever owned. I've been very fortunate. Like if you go onto online forums on any EV, any car, you always hear the complainers, like here are the issues. So that's true of anything. But I've had nothing but great luck, success, love the car, smooth. Like we've talked about, the biggest learning or the biggest sort of learning curve is just knowing when to charge. Because right now I don't have a charger, a level 2 charger set up at the house. So eventually I'll get that done. So it's more like planning. Like if I'm going to go work at a coffee shop, let's figure out what coffee shop has a charger nearby. So that's really the biggest thing. Like for me, that's been the biggest thing. It's been an absolute joy so far. And you find yourself a level 2 charger, and it's pennies to be there for an hour or two, and you don't really have to worry about gas.
So you're not charging at your house at all?
Not yet, no.
So where are you charging? Because you have to drive to Newburyport a couple times a week, right?
But I haven't been going in the last couple of weeks. I'll be going back to Newburyport this week. There's a lot, one block from my office that has a couple of chargers, so I'll just plug in there for the day when I'm up there, and that'll probably take care of everything for the week.
Yeah. Yeah, I found that I found out that the amount is most of these cars. How many? What's your range on yours?
410.
410.
Yeah.
So that's the most out of the ones that I've heard of so far.
Yeah.
So 410 is quite a bit of driving.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of, unless you're. So what I've come to, the realization that I've come to is, I probably would not own one if I didn't have a charger at my own house, or the ability to charge at my own house. Because I feel like that makes it such a no-brainer.
Yep.
Because you just plug it in overnight, slow charge. It's very inexpensive, like super inexpensive, and you're topped off basically for the week. And so some of the people, some of all the naysayers and the MythBuster kind of deals, that they say that it's a pain in the ass to charge them. Actually, I think it's more of a pain in the ass if like we live in East Gloucester, right? A lot of times I shoot right out of town. Like to have to divert and go to a gas station, to me, is more of a pain in the ass than just charging once a week at your house overnight. You come home, you plug it in. Plugging it in is as easy as pie.
Yeah.
Right. Open the cap, stick it in, and you're charging. And I just think it's and then so there's that. You get to the performance aspect of it, and what's amazing to me is like Jimmy Carr guy, right, who wants to talk about torque and horsepower and this, that, the other thing. These fucking things are crazy performance. Like the power is all right there for you, and it just keeps, like, I think even in the most base models of anything, when you hit that accelerator, it's more than I would ever need.
Yep.
Like the speed is almost scary if you want to drive that scary, scary. Yeah. And I think the other part that I would be nervous about is, like, they're so fun to drive, and it's so fun to like punch it and go really fast. It's getting tickets.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much fun to drive them.
I'm not a fast driver. Like, I mean, I'm like the upper register for me is usually around 70, 75 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of tops. But these cars are so fast, so quiet, and so smooth. Like the other day I looked down and I was going 90 miles an hour, which is like, it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I have to pay attention and make sure I'm staying in my comfort zone.
Yeah. No, I agree with you 100%, because you don't even realize that it's how like a traditional engine, the transmission, you hear it going from gear to gear, and so you kind of have that kind of feeling. This is just go more, and there's no kind of, other than that kind of noise that they give you, which I find very cool and pleasant.
Yeah.
And every car has this different kind of hum to it.
Yeah.
But, and so what I'm finding is the hum is only when you like accelerate, and otherwise you're not hearing the hum.
Yeah.
Well, the backup on it too is kind of a funky little sound.
Because you want to alert people that you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
the people walking in a crosswalk, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they probably make sense for a lot of people. Like, and you hit the nail on the head. Like, if you put a charger at your house, a level 2 charger, and there are like, the only reason I haven't yet is we got to work out. You need a 220 amp outlet. You know, it's got to be near the outside of the house, and so that's all got to get set up. But there are also like lots of rebates and incentives available to do that. Not to buy the charger units themselves, but to do the electrical work.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have that and you're plugging in your car every night or every few nights or once a week, whatever, you know, to charge your car and get a month's worth of driving out of it is probably costs you about $30, $40.
Yeah.
You know, you save a lot of money on gas for sure.
Yeah.
Who's it not for? It's probably not for somebody who doesn't like technology. You know, if you don't want everything to be on a screen, if you're a knobs and button guy or girl, like maybe it's not the right vehicle for you.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm not, if you're consistently driving like 100 or 200 miles a day, maybe it's not for you, but you'd save a ton of money in electricity. I'll tell you that.
I think the dash and the inside comfort, that when I was in that one, that was amazing.
Yeah.
I know that there's batteries and all this other stuff, and I don't get the technology on that yet. Again, I'm the car guy. There's the engine. I step on this. There it is. I get it. But with all the electric coming in, I said to myself, wow, there's an amazing amount of room in here.
Yeah.
Even more room. You could see things so much clearer. The windshield is a little bit different. We talked about that. Yeah. It's just it's really put together really well.
Yeah.
You know.
So here's some of the kind of funky parts of it, like the charging stations that are downtown. I think if the town, I get all the press releases from downtown about how, you know, how progressive, you know, the of a city we are. The two charging stations that are in City Hall they work. They look like they're 50 years old. They're all kind of rusted, but they work, and I'm happy that they have that. I think we need to have. I think if you want to say you're a progressive city, I think they need to try to find more charging stations. There's one at the Gloucester House. It's not the Gloucester. It's actually the city lot that's in front of the Gloucester House parking lot.
Yep.
One of them is out of order, and one of them works.
Yep.
And then the ones that I find the most consistently open, but I'm not going to spend more than 20 minutes at a time there, is the ones at Stop and Shop. I've always been able to charge at the Stop and Shop ones, and I got you know, and you get a decent amount of charge out of it, and those are really modern. They pay for them with the advertising.
Those are Volta, so those are free. They have the Volta ones at outside of Macy's, the women's Macy's at the North Shore Mall too. So you can charge there. Those are free. They're slow, like I think they're about 5 or 6 kilowatt per hour. So like I went to Stop and Shop the other day, had a couple of errands to do. You know, I picked up like 11 miles of range just, you know, walking around, going to the dry cleaner, Stop and Shop and CVS. You know, but you can go to the mall, park there. Like I was at the mall yesterday for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, picked up 30 miles free. And then there are still a lot of chargers around that don't cost you anything.
I think Gloucester could, if they want to be seen as a progressive city, you know, instead of, you know, the talking about, you know, all these different things, they could walk the walk.
They have that grant. They're always saying to people to apply for grants. That maybe somebody could put together something and get a grant.
I was at Stop and Shop, so I did the little video. I was there for 20 minutes. I picked up 8 miles of range in the 20 minutes. So you think about that overnight, you can get. I'm
sure they're
on
in
a slow
Rockport,
charge,
but I don't know where.
I mean, you hit the nail on the head. Like one of the, I won't say drawbacks, but one of the barriers to adoption of EVs for a lot of people is range anxiety. You know, that worried about charging, and you know, the charging infrastructure in this country lags every other developed country in the world right now. You know, currently the annual revenues for charging, EV charging, is $23 billion. I think as of 2023, that was the the market size for EV charging, $23 billion. By 2030, it's projected to be $320 billion. Wow. So it's a huge growth opportunity in 6 years. It's expected.
So here's Wayne. Wayne says can't travel long distances, which is kind of not true.
It's not true at all.
It's not true at all. You know what I mean? If you start the day and you have 300 and something miles on your of range, 300 miles is a long way.
Yeah.
How long is 300 miles?
That's 300 miles.
Is that New York?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's more than New York. New York's like 200 miles. Like you
That's-
get up to probably Montreal.
So along the way, so I was talking to, I was speaking to, well, actually, someone commented it was the girl that plays soccer with Rick Shalino. He bought an EV, and he's gone on several trips to his daughter's college, and he's gone to New Jersey for soccer tournaments, and there's a bunch of, it says it on your, you have a screen and it tells you where the rapid chargers are. You're going to stop for lunch anyway. You stop for lunch 1 hour and you're topped
You're
up.
fully charged.
You're
Yeah,
fully
if you find a
charged.
supercharger. I mean, so mine, I have a very high range on mine, 410. But think about that, 410 miles. That would be 6 hours of driving.
Yeah.
Like who's driving 6 hours without stopping for lunch or dinner? You go to right. You stop at a supercharger. You're back up to 90% in an hour or so.
Right. And here's the thing again, if I drove 300 miles a day 3 or 4 times a month, I probably wouldn't get an EV. But do you know how many times in the last year I've driven 300 miles in a day or 200 miles in a day? Not many for me personally. You know what I mean? So Wayne says 300 miles isn't a long way. It isn't a long way if you're going to Florida, Wayne, but like when was the last time you drove 300 miles in a day? I don't understand his
300 miles is a long way. Yeah, that's a long way. And Tesla charging stations are very easy to find. You've got 6 of them here at Gloucester Crossing. You've got another probably 6 or 8 in Linfield. You've got 12 at the old Christmas tree shop on Route 1. That's a super fast one. That's like I think it's 350 kilowatts per hour. They are everywhere. And if you have an EV, you go into your screen and you say, here's where I'm going from point A to point B, and it can be 300 miles. I want to stop and charge when I have about 20% battery left. And it maps out and tells you which exit to get off, where you can go and charge. Like it makes it very easy for you. I mean, but wait, maybe it might not be the thing for you. And it's not the thing for everybody yet. Eventually everybody will probably be driving EVs. It's not this year, it might be 5, it'll be 10 years, 20 years, let's say. But I just like that we're talking about it because you hear so many, myths and just like false information that they're dangerous or, and it's a lot of it's just untrue. And I think that's why I like that we talk about it.
So Wayne says he does 300 miles, okay, twice a year. So twice a year, to save,
We'll be right down.
$5,000 in fuel,
Right.
To be inconvenienced for 20 minutes.
Right.
I mean, I just don't understand.
Well, it's like it's a change management exercise. It's not just about the car itself. Pat, I sent you a graphic, I think, that you
Yes.
put it up.
Yep,
Like maybe we could talk
yep.
about that real quick.
No, we didn't, and it was mentioned, so, yeah, it's coming up this week.
Coming up this week. So this Thursday at Hafner's in Reverie 73, which is right on Essex Ave in front of Mile Marker. So they're doing sort of call it a grand opening type celebration kind of block party. Their September Jam. So 3 to 6 p.m. This and that. Great reggae steel drum band will be playing. They're going to be doing all sorts of fun prizes and live music and food and things like that. So take over the whole parking lot there. So everybody's welcome. It'll be a nice little mid-September celebration. It looks like, I think the last time I checked, the weather looks pretty good for Thursday.
I tell you, the weather's looking really good for a couple of days here. It's
And we've also had Robert and Annette Spanks send in this information about a David Brown tribute being planned for September 28th. I believe it's Stageport Park at 1:00.
Yep.
So that's in a 2 week. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2 weeks from today.
2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. Yeah. So I've
that
seen
sounds
some.
like it'll be an
So
interesting event.
that'll be really nice. I'm glad that they're doing something like this. I don't know. I haven't heard anything about. It sounds like I know they're going to have music. I don't know who's playing, but it's
Yeah.
going to be probably a lot of his
There's a
friends.
Facebook page and that you can follow apparently.
Yeah.
I
probably.
saw Scotty Mac. I mean, things are flying up here because so many things are going on around here today. And people are commenting and telling us all these things. But Scotty Mac put up Allison Gibley's birthday.
Yeah, happy
Today.
birthday,
Yeah,
Allison.
so
Happy birthday,
Happy
Allison.
birthday, Allison. I haven't seen you in a little bit, but happy birthday. And Scotty, thanks for the heads up on that.
No.
Boy, there's just so many different things happening around here again.
Yeah.
I know some of the, well, it's funny. I'll call it the locals. They're walking around saying, it's over. Everybody might as well shut up, shut everything down. It's over. But look at all these things that
no.
we're just talking about and people are putting on in here. I'm telling you, there's some good things.
So, okay, we got another comment from Wayne. I did a 4,600 mile road trip in 1 month. Can you imagine an EV for that?
I can.
I probably wouldn't want to do it. I would probably, at this point of my life, I probably would have a little bit of anxiety about that, depending on where I went. 4,600 miles. I don't know. But if I was retired and I knew I could plan it through the thing and I knew I was going to save how much money you would save? And it depends on where you're going. If you're going along the eastern seaboard or along 95, so there's a bazillion charging stations that you could plan that out. And again, if you're doing 4,600 miles 1 month, one time as a lifetime experience, that wouldn't hold me back from buying a fucking EV.
Well, I think the important thing is, like, we're not trying to convince anybody here to buy an EV.
Absolutely.
I don't give a shit what kind of car you drive.
Yeah.
Just like I'm not looking for anybody to try to convince me that EVs are wrong. Like, we're all entitled to an opinion. They're just different options. And it seems that for Wayne, an EV is not the right option.
That's absolutely right. I'm just saying, when you say 300 miles isn't a long way, and if you could charge overnight and put 300 miles of range on your car, I'm not buying into that argument.
Yeah.
That for me, how many miles I've put on my car in the last year has been, I mean, I wouldn't even touch. I've had 2 of these cars for a week now, each week, and I haven't really had to recharge them.
Yeah.
But that's, I'm not driving a ton either, in fairness, because I'm working a lot right this time of year. So anyway, there's that.
Remember when
I do love the performance.
Remember when we went to Harbor 9 and you were test driving demoing the BMW and we were talking about them, and Jimmy told me that he thinks he could beat me in my car with his car if I gave him a head start. It's an interesting statement.
I don't want to pile on right now because I know he's very sensitive. But it might have been the fucking stupidest argument I've ever heard in my entire fucking life.
Like, he challenged you.
Pat, this is the.
He challenged you to drag racing.
I want you to judge this. Jimmy's statement was, "I could beat you in a race, my Mustang versus your Rivian, but you'd have to. But fucking, I would start fucking way ahead.
You'd have to give me a head
So
start.
that's not fucking beating me.
And then
That's like saying fucking, we're gonna go from here. The race is from here to here, and you're gonna start here, finish here. But I'm gonna be right here, and you fucking press the go button, and fucking, I'm gonna step over the line, but I beat you.
But then he explained the international regulations around drag racing too. So he was thinking of it in terms of a drag race. So I'll give him.
First thing I thought of.
I'll give
when
a.
you said that because
Like, it's. I'm joking with him, but he was talking in terms of a drag race.
Okay.
But it was still a stupid argument.
I didn't say that. I'm not gonna pile on, unlike you, who loves to pile on.
Jimmy can't even hide his anger behind his mustache right now.
The mustachio, Mr. Mustachio. Does anybody plan to watch the WNBA play? Does the sudden resurgence of Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, is anybody watching any WNBA games?
No, I haven't been watching it. I mean, I've been reading up on it, like when I see articles. But
Right.
I've been reading the articles.
Like she set an all-time record
for assists
last night.
Yeah.
And
Just
also
Jesus.
she got another technical from the official because she has been known to get upset on the court. And even when she was in college, her dad was screaming at her out there. And I can relate to that. But he's screaming at her, cut the crap and this stuff, that kind of stuff. Well, I guess one of the games, she was mad at herself and there was a stanchion to keep the crowd away or whatever. And she went by and she just slapped that stanchion. She was so mad. They threw a technical at her because that's not becoming of the WNBA.
Yeah,
So she
It's
got
kind of a
technical.
double standard, don't you think? Like if you watch the NBA, like that sort of stuff happens all the time.
but it's not becoming the WNBA. He said.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
why? Because
But-
it's ladies
Oh, I
versus
see what
men.
you're saying.
Yeah.
You know,
I see
like,
your point.
If the
yeah.
guys can do whatever
Oh,
they
my
want, but
God.
if you're a woman and you hit a stanchion because you're frustrated, you get a technical foul.
Yes.
I
Seems
can't
kind of
even-
stupid.
I can't even begin to I don't know if there's more focus put on her. Obviously, there's more focus put on her, and that's why you see how many egregious fouls against her, like hard fouls, and girls going out of their way, not trying to play the ball at all, and just trying to hurt her. It's hard not to root for this girl. And here's something really classy. Angel Reese, who's been super critical of her, the player from LSU, the tall girl from LSU,
Yeah.
super critical. So Angel Reese got a season-ending injury.
Yeah.
And they asked Caitlin Clark about it, and Angel Reese can't say a fucking good thing about Caitlin Clark, despite Caitlin Clark putting so much money in everybody's pockets
Right.
by the popularity of watching the sport. And Caitlin Clark, classy aunt, everything she does, everything that she says is just perfect. Like I'd hated to see that. You don't want to see anybody. Like I feel bad for her. All this, glowing things about someone that just can't say one nice word about her in return.
It's good play ball. I mean, it's good. It's good passing. It's stuff. It's good. It's a great to watch.
Yeah.
But am I following it with all the lines? Am I following it like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff? No.
But she's like Tom Brady, right? She's the best or the best right now. She says the right thing. She does the right thing. She doesn't buy into the BS of like getting caught in these arguments with someone like Angel Reese. I think she's doing the right things.
Yeah, no, it's so I haven't only because I haven't watched just about anything because I'm so busy here at work. But I am definitely watched more than I have in the past. But when she was in college and in the tournaments and stuff like that, she was electric to watch.
Yeah.
It's kind of wild to see her level of play, ball handling, passing, no look passes, accuracy, the 3-point shot. It's kind of wild because you've never really seen it before.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's really nice to see. Again, we have 2 prizes today for the podcast. Pat's puffin shirt is not a prize.
Not a prize. It is a prize, but
Oh, it's a prize, all right.
it's a prize.
You're a prize. Gloucester.
Large size Maritime Gloucester Rendezvous T-shirt.
And Pat promises to take her dime bag out of the pocket.
Yes, there will be nothing in the pocket when you pick it up.
And
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 let's not forget,
what Pat couldn't see the value in this at all, but I
cannot.
but as a red-blooded American male, I can see the value in it. We have these elite cards of former Patriot greats, Steve Nelson, Andre Tippett, Tony Collins, who I didn't remember, Rich Camarillo, the kicker, Ronnie Lippett, Craig James, and Fred Marion. They go as a bundle. You can get all these. That's the second.
If you scratch the bottom, you could win $25.
And you can maybe a Big Mac or something. I don't know. Actor Ewan. So Kathy Barlow says actor Ewan McGregor and friend Charlie drove electric Harleys from the bottom of South America to LA in 30 days.
90 days.
Oh, sorry, 90 days. Sometimes charging stations were hard to find. Bikes did better in warmer weather.
Steve Conti was just telling me about that, saying that it was such an I think it was Steve, saying it was a very interesting show that they think about that all the way the lower tip of South America. They drove electric motorcycles. That's a long trip. Dangerous trip too. You're driving through some sketchy areas.
Sketchy areas. Robert and that Specs, who triggered you? F-bombs? Really? I don't think I've said the F-bomb today.
No, maybe a couple times.
Have I?
Yeah, you did.
No,
When you were-
these people. I don't care what your
It's just-
lionized
it's
saw.
just-
What was that Eddie Murphy skit? Remember when he
Yeah,
did the
yeah,
kind-
yeah.
It's part
That
of
was
the
not
logo.
my penis in that girl. I don't care what your lionized saw. Oh my God, crazy. So what should be the? Oh, we're gonna go back to the EVs for 1 second because I think this is it. So I've gone. One time we went to. I think did I tell the story on the last podcast
No.
about how? Okay, so here's a story. So when I was returning the night before we were going to return the BMW, Kate took it to her Hamilton Wenham volleyball because she's Hamilton Wenham assistant volleyball coach. She took it. When she came back, there was like I think it was like 37 miles of range left, which is plenty to get to Hamilton Wenham. But I had purchased a pair of these extra tough boots on Facebook Marketplace for $30. They go for like $140, but it was in Revere.
Oh.
So I'm like, I'm not gonna have enough range to get to Revere and then back to the Acura dealership because that's where I was picking up the new Acura. And so I go, she was coming back from practice at Hamilton Wenham, and I was getting out of work. I said, let's meet, and you can park at the Gloucester house, and while we go to Machaca for dinner. I had a fantastic dinner, and then when we get out, that'll top off 20 miles. I'll be good. So she goes to the Gloucester house ones, and they were both full, but neither of them were plugged in. They were both both EVs,
Oh.
but they were both not plugged in. I'm like, there's got to be a fine for that. Like, that's like rotten, right? So I go, okay, meet me over at the city hall. So we go to this. This is where the EV anxiety would creep in. So I don't want to just talk about all the positive.
Right.
This is why I think if you have a charger at your house, it totally makes sense.
Yes.
So we go to the city hall, and both the two charging stations there were full. So like, all right, I don't have an option right now. So I went home, and then the next morning I had the day off. That was the one day I had off, and I went back to the Gloucester house, and one of the spots was open, so I pulled in. I was like, yes, this is gonna be perfect. I walked right to Castaways, it's right there, and I'm gonna charge up, and I'm gonna have my charge. This is great. They're free. I pull in, and there's a fucking blue plastic bag over the one charger. It's out of order.
Yeah.
So Gloucester, let's get this together. So I went up to City Hall. City Hall did have an open one.
Mhm.
So I charged. I parked there. Beautiful day. Walked down to Castaways, had my coffee, came back, had plenty of charge to do what I needed to go to Revere and then back to the Acura dealership.
When Warren
So
hooks
what
you
should-
up with
what
one of
should-
your when Warren hits you up with one of your next demo cars, we should when you're not working one day, take an afternoon and just go over to like Route 1, go get a coffee for a half hour, sit in Starbucks, and I'd just love to show you what that supercharger Tesla experience is like when you plug in and you're 30 minutes.
Well, can I charge some? The next one I'm getting is the Mercedes. Can
You
I
should
charge-
be able
charge
to.
the
So,
Mercedes? What's
so the
that?
good thing about the Tesla superchargers on Route 1 is they have the built-in adapter on them.
Okay.
So
Nice.
a lot of the time you can't unless you have an adapter, but the Tesla chargers on Route 1, so if you just pull it out, it's for a Tesla. But if you hold the button in for 2 seconds and you pull it out of the machine, it comes out with the adapter on it.
Oh wow,
Yeah, so it's a pretty
that's
cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So both of the vehicles I've got from Lionel Auto Group so far have had two different ports.
Yep.
So you'd have the Tesla port or the other port.
Yeah. So for the superchargers, it kind of there's like the North American, I guess, charging standard ring, and then underneath there's the additional that sometimes you have to open up, and you use both of those. The adapter for the superchargers goes into both, and that's how you get the fast charge out of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, like I love them. I love this. I love them. Driving them is so fun.
Yeah.
So fun.
Sorry, I interrupted your the actual.
No, so
question
so
at
the
hand.
question was, what should the fine be if you're parked in, because these signs say 1 hour limit. What should the fine be for an EV that is parked and not charging at an EV spot?
Well, yeah, that's a whole thing, I guess. I mean, a lot of them, the ones that you have to pay for, you pay for your charge, and then when your charge is up, you have a 10-minute grace period to get your car and move
Or
it,
they charge
and then
you,
you
right?
start getting charged. So you can't just plug in, your car's topped off, and then stay there for 3 more hours. So I don't know how you handle that. I mean, the question we have here is that what if it's a non-EV that's in one of those spots?
Yeah.
And my attitude is like, well, how would people feel if everybody with EVs just went and parked in front of all the gas pumps and just left their cars there? Like, that's your way of fueling up your car. Like, don't be an asshole. And
Right. No, I know
That's it.
it's a people problem.
yeah, it's a people problem.
So Wayne says, so once again, not enough around unless you're a Tesla. Is he
Other
not fucking
cars,
listening?
Wayne, other cars can use Tesla chargers.
Is he not listening? Is what I'm trying to figure
No,
out.
I think he just doesn't necessarily know. Like, I didn't necessarily know that other cars can use Tesla chargers, but Tesla has entered into agreements with a lot of other EV manufacturers now, and there are adapters available. You can go on and you can find countless adapter options for your cars, so you can use Tesla superchargers.
So the two cars that I've had so far would take a Tesla charger or the other charger.
I believe so. Most likely,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
So
You just
there's
probably
that.
need an adapter.
Yeah, Linewall Auto Group, Warren Waugh just chimed in and says we have superchargers at most of the stores. As a matter of fact, when I picked up the cars, the guy said, and if you're during your time, if you ever want to just pull in here and get topped off, you can pull in here. and
That's
get
what I was
topped off.
wondering. So I see like on the screen, like, oh, there's a supercharger nearby or a level 2 charger. And a lot of the time they're at dealerships. So I was wondering if they welcome EV drivers to come in and charge up, or if it's specifically just for their
Oh,
fleet of cars. I don't
I don't know.
Warren
So I'm
could
not gonna
probably,
talk to
Warren
that. I'm
could
not
probably answer that.
yeah.
I'm sure they don't encourage people to just come and use their chargers, but who knows?
Ryan Hull, can EVs be powered by electrolytes?
I also have delicious coffee, so maybe we just go over to one of
go
Warren's
there and
places.
have
We
coffee.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
supercharge and drink Warren's coffee.
Let's go. I'm all in. Let's do it. So there you go. All right. Well, we're going to wrap up now. So we have how many shares?
13.
13 shares to win these tremendous vintage Patriots player cards or the Maritime
So you're
Gloucester
going to tell us trading cards or t-shirt?
trading cards or T-shirts.
And they will be at the store tomorrow. We are open 11 to 3.
Barbara Merch. So this is she's.
Thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara. Yeah, we're gonna have a pop up as soon as we wrap up here. We're gonna set up on the street here there and have a little fun pop up, which I'm excited about. All right, we're gonna pick our numbers right now. Let's go here. I am. There it is, 1 to 13.
13, yeah. So you're going to, if your name is chosen, you tell us t-shirt or trading card.
T-shirt or trading cards.
Or Tesla, or
I'm sure the trading cards will go first.
She's really hating on the cards.
Fucking really hate it.
I mean, these
well,
are-
she's an anti-sports person.
That's not true.
No, you are.
These
You're
cards,
fucking-
these are collectors. These are from 1986.
Yeah.
The dates on the back of them.
All right, can you come to this one so we can have
why? Okay.
13, lucky 13.
Number 13, Wayne Moulton.
Wa-
Pretty sure he's
Wayne-
listening.
Yeah, Wayne Moulton, number one critic.
He wins the EV charger.
Yeah.
Number 6, Linda Jerome Tupman.
All right, there you go.
Drew Hale's been waiting outside for the pop-up. He wants to know if you're serving prime rib.
Oh, look, Wayne took the cards. Let's go. Da, 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 da. He just redeemed himself. Wayne just totally redeemed himself. He was on my shit list.
My heart.
Oh, Pat, how do you feel about that, Pat?
My heart.
Yeah. Oh, Pat hates to be fucking wrong. Look at it. Oh, it's killing it. Pat's puffin shirt. Give the people a little taste of the puffin madness over there. All her.
It's a little bit hard to see how this is gonna.
Oh,
so
there you
this
did a
guy
great
here-
job ironing it. I'll tell you what.
I know,
You did
well-
a fucking great job ironing it.
Thank you. That was a last minute decision. For
You know who would look great in that?
These are my pictures.
Drew Hale.
Drew Hale
That would
would
be a great shirt
it
to
might
Drew.
almost fit
Drew
him.
Hill would
It's-
look tremendous in that. There's that. So do we? Wayne. So Linda Jerome Tutman obviously gets the shirt.
Shirt.
That's
We'll
great.
be at the store. We'll be here until about 2, and then at the store tomorrow, 11 to 3.
Awesome. All right. Gonna end this right here. And then I go over to here and we go, we'll go out with Annie Brobst, our friend. Oh, actually, no, we're going to go out with the guys from over the bridge, since next week there'll be a Brewfest. All right. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I hope you come down we have some new items at the pop-up.
Happy wedding day, TJ and Sarah.
Oh yeah.
The Royal Wedding.
Reed and Sadie.
The Royal Wedding, and Alicia Clayton and Alex. There's 3 that we
It's
know.
3. We know 3 out of 6.
3
Not
out of
bad.
6. Not too shabby. We'll see you guys.
With big news, 411, come get the scoop. Wake up with Joe and the rest of his crew. It's good morning, Gloucester, to you. Oh, it's good morning, Gloucester, to you. I say